2026. And today is our WeAreOne group weekly learning session number 284. And topic of discussion, intuition, the knowledge from within. So, first of all, let us see what the dictionary says about intuition. What is the meaning of intuition as per dictionary? As per dictionary, it is saying it is a noun, the ability to understand something instinctively without the need for conscious reasoning. Somebody wants to join. Okay, that is the literal meaning of this intuition as per the dictionary. Basically, the intuition is a knowledge which comes from, you can say, beyond mind. Means it doesn't process through mind. It is something, some knowledge coming from within. We'll go from where it is coming. So, but for the time being, you understand this is a knowledge, but not coming from our brain. It's not processed through brain. Yeah, pranam. So this is what I also written into the first line of our, when we posted our today's topic. I have given intuition is an instinctive sense or knowing that arises from deep within, often before the conscious mind can logically reason through it. Okay, so that is what those are the knowledges are called the intuitions. So which is not processed through the mind or the brain, but it is coming from within. It is not something coming from without, means not coming from the external world. It is coming from within, but it is not coming from our brain. It is not a thought arising in our brain which is being expressed. Okay, so this is the characteristics of the intuition. So now we'll go into a little bit of the types of intuition and the effect. Then we'll come to the source of that little later, and then we'll go into the what are the reasons that all of us, we cannot, first question, whether all of us, we do have this capacity of the intuition. We'll discuss about that. And if we are not, intuitive knowledges are not very common, what is the reason for that? And then finally go into, if time permits, we'll go a little bit into what are the research has been done on this area. Is there any, forum or any particular place where the scientific research has been done on this, and what is their output, what is the things they have developed. We'll go scan through a little bit of that. And also we will go into the spiritual techniques of how to develop intuition, and which is the area which is within ourselves that is responsible for, like fine-tuning our intuition or sharpening our intuitions, that's kind of skill. And then is there any method or any spiritual technique we can follow to enhance this ability? So this is the total framework of that, our today's discussion. But first, as I have given 7 types of intuition, these are the main types, but I'm just to make it sure, these are not everything, it is in contractual language, it is listed, but not limited to the below points. Like, you don't say this is exhaustive list. It's outside that also, there are a few intuition we get, but the main are the 7. So that we'll discuss one by one. What are those as per the list? So the first one in our list is the instinctive or physical intuition. So this is we can say the gut knowledge, signals in a danger, a conducive situation or place. Okay, let us understand that. I'll try to go into the layman's understanding of the thing rather than going too much into, the scientific way or the frequency and this kind of stuff, or too much into the spiritual thing that we'll discuss in the later one. First, let us just mota mota samajhte hai kya cheez. Intuition. See, this kind of intuition. Okay, let me first, in between I mentioned about whether everybody has an intuition ability or don't have the ability, yes or no. Let me answer that question first, then we go into that. This intuition ability is our inherent. We are born with it, okay? Only based on how much we use it, how much we can utilize it, or how much we can give importance to it. Based on that, the percentage it comes into our life. But all of us, we have it, okay? The intuitive knowledge or intuition, that things is basically we all have intuitive ability. Only the degree it varies, based on which how much we practice, how much we use, and how much we do understand. Because most of the time we may think that it is coming from our brain, which is not. Yeah. So anyway, with these small things, we'll come back to this issue later on. Yeah, the why not? If not, why not? So why not? Everybody has that high level of intuition. So that will come later. But let us first. This is the intuition, and as we said that in the beginning, the first sentence that I read it once more. Intuition is an instinctive sense or knowing that arises from deep within, often before the conscious mind can logically reason through it. Okay, so that is what the intuition that is what is called intuition. And first one out of that kind of knowledge is called physical or also what is mentioned instinctive or physical intuition, which is called gut knowledge, and that signals. So how it is we feel it, because that it signals if like we pick up some vibe of the place, or we can feel if there is any danger or it is conducive, we are safe. This is intuitively it comes to us. We can intuitively pick up this, that whether it is conducive for us, we are safe here in this place or any situation, that we get intuitively. If some place that it is not safe, then intuitively you come to know that there is something wrong here. We may not logically understand that. Means that's what is the first, the description it is mentioned. It is not logical. You cannot tell why you are feeling little awkward, why you are feeling that something wrong here, something fishy here. But it is not, logically you cannot conclude. There is no reason or, cause and effect into this particular kind of knowledge or particular kind of feeling, what you are feeling. So this, but you do feel, many places you do feel, like suppose in the middle of the night you are some empty streets, you are walking in a town, okay, there is nobody on the streets. You see, you will feel the different types of sense. You sense different type of vibration in the different parts of the town. Yeah, the city, the streets will be different. Yeah, some area of that, it is all empty street and nobody is there, but some of the streets you will fearful in going into that. Yeah, some of the streets you feel it's okay, there is nothing to fear of, it's fine and good and thing like that. This change in the sense, it is the intuitive feeling, it is a physical your physical reality, whatever you have some kind of knowledge coming through. You don't know why, because these are all same town, different streets only. But why you did that same thing, it is a, why you pick up different thing, that's up to, that's a different vibe you pick up. These are the intuitive thing that is coming from within, that knowledge. Means if you take that some vibe is not so good, means they are giving you some negative vibe. You pick up. That is why the fear comes. And some places it is conducive, like you feel we are okay, we are comfortable. There's nothing to, yes, it is empty. Yes, it is maybe some dark and shade and thing like that. But we don't feel that, I'm in imminent danger. That kind of stuff. Yeah. So just you say we have to be alert, but there is nothing to be fearful about. But some places there is no apparent reason why you are feeling fearful, but you do feel, fear. You try to avoid that, not to go there or go back or whatever. You take the decision, but that comes from there. So this is the first one, which is coming here, the physical intuition. Not only that, the vibe of the place, it also you can feel about some sensation, within, your physical body react with something, like you feel tensed or some, cold chill goes through, or little unease, and like you feel little bit of your physical body also giving little bit of effect of that. Yeah, maybe to some places you started sweating, in your forehead and all. There is no apparent reason, but your body is reacting. That sense has got some kind of your physical expression of that. Yeah, these are all part of your intuitive reaction to that. And consciously, you don't know why it is happening, but it is happening. Yeah. Okay. So that is what the first one, which is called the physical intuition. So the next one is called emotional intuition. So earlier it was actually not it is a sense, but not really the feeling. Yeah. Emotional intuition is completely dependent on the feeling. Yeah. This particular feeling you can feel about yourself, or you can also feel about somebody else. It's about knowledge of somebody energetically. So this is the kind of energetic understanding of something, or you can feel the like an energy of a place. Yeah, place is physical intuition, but you can feel something energetically. It's your feeling that changes when you enter into that area. Your feeling shifts. So you can also not only yourself. So forget about the empty place part of it. Suppose it is a crowded place, so that you can understand it better. In the crowded place also, see, there are 5, say, rooms. Maybe there are different types of people are there in 5 rooms. Each room you will feel differently. Okay, that feeling, it is not the fear, so don't confuse with the first one. Yeah? It is not a physical intuition. Emotional intuition is you pick up the emotion of the people in that room. So that's what you pick up. Your own emotion, as well as your emotion of the other people. You meet someone, you can pick up some kind of feeling about how that person is going through, even though visibly there is no such thing. But you can feel that this person is a big trouble, or this person maybe need help, or this person is maybe crooked, or this person may be a cheat. You can pick up. You will not. It is not level on their forehead that I'm a cheat, but you can feel that. You can pick up something. Also, this is the emotional intuition. Also gives when we can able to feel about the the others without any judgment. Then we can feel what others are feeling without any judgment. When there is no judgment, good or bad, or he should not be doing this, he should not be behaving. No judgment. Just you can feel that energy, and without judgment. That is called empathy. Okay. So empathy means, if some people call empath, means you can feel what others are going through. You can feel that, but there is no judgment. Okay. There is no judgment. There is no such action reaction involved here. But at the same time, like you can pick up somebody's you know, you can somebody's emotion, but you also dragged into that emotion. Okay, so means you are not able to separate yourselves from that emotion. If you get dragged into that, that is called sympathy. Okay, so that is also another type of emotional intuition. Sympathy means you dragged into others, means that energy overpowers you. You go into that. Somebody is into the grief, and so you just come into that energy of that person who is under the grief, and you also started crying and all those kind of things. That means you become sympathetic. Yeah? You fall into that same emotion. But empath, you can understand what the other person is going, but their own energy will be different. Like they will be able to like give support or console them and things like that. So definitely that person who is giving that support, they are not crying. They're giving the support. So these people are empath. Okay. They fully understand what the other person is going through, but they don't drag themselves into that. So that is the difference between sympathy and empathy. Okay. Empath is those who can maintain that. Like this kind of emotional intuition in the higher level, empathetic, if it goes to the empath, if you go to the higher level, that is called emotional intelligence. So that emotional intelligence is needed for anyone who is doing any healing or supporting others or helping others. They have to be empath, as well as their emotional intelligence should be strong. Anyway, emotional intelligence is a different topic. We are talking about the intuition. So emotional intuition is that. Yeah. So that this emotional intuition guides their empathetic behavior or their reaction, or even they set a certain kind of boundary within. From where that boundary, nobody knows. Like, okay, there are many people are suffering, but how much you will get involved into that? There is a boundary setting. Like beyond this, you will not go further. So, like the empath, they know which is the line beyond which it will be sympathy. Means because if you also started crying, you will be another set of problem. With somebody else to come to help both of you. So this kind of thing, this emotional intuition that comes into things, even the emotional, your own emotional, emotional sovereignty, your emotional power, and how much you can go, how much you will react. If you have a full control, that is coming from your emotional intuition from within. Yeah. So that is about the second one. And third one is interpersonal intuition. Interpersonal intuition is like, it is called the understanding, collaborative, and social knowledge. Okay. This interpersonal or this actually provides the immediate sense about thoughts, motives, and energy of others. It's mostly in the group and aiding understanding unspoken dynamics in social interactions and relationships. So now about this interpersonal intuition, maybe there are, suppose, let us go back to the earlier example of, getting into a different rooms, having different set of people. First one, emotional intuition about your understanding the emotion of the other people, and then your emotion and how much you can go and what will be your response to this and this. That is your emotional intuition. But interpersonal intuition, it is about, you may not involve yourself, but you can understand what is the dynamics between these people, or between the two, or between these three. Okay, how they themselves behave among each other, and whether that is conducive, whether there is enmity, whether that is subtle, or all those things, you can understand the dynamics. Interpersonal intuition is, it works very well into the, suppose, office dynamics, workplace, maybe politics. Okay, you can understand the underlying politics, those kind of things. Maybe nobody's talking about it, but you can feel and understand the dynamics hidden beyond the surface. And these are the things called interpersonal intuition. And it is also, you can also understand the motive of different people, why they are saying so, why they are behaving so. It is not obvious from what they're saying, like, just remind me something about, because I'm quite along in the Middle East, no? Middle East, just yesterday it was Eid here, and so they greet each other. I'm just giving some small off-the-way story to understand that. Yeah. So when they greet each other, they say Salam Alaikum. Then they respond Alaikum Salam. Even when some people are meeting, the tone they use for Salam Alaikum, that reflects what type of person they are and what is the motive behind this. Okay. So if somebody says Salam Alaikum, somebody wants to like what is called makhan lagana, like to up somebody else. Salam Alaikum. Tone is different. Huh? And somebody wants to manipulate something, like the tone varies. Yeah. So if somebody wants to manipulate and Salam Alaikum means the tone means having some implications. It reflects what that person is thinking about the other person, maybe trying to exploit. Anyway, I hope you understand. So I'm just giving Salam Alaikum, but it is true for anything. Yeah. Even the way people say hello, how are you, that the tone itself also gives us something by the way it is communicated. Maybe the verbal, non-verbal thing. Verbal is hello, how are you? That is a verbal part of it. But what is that? What is called the body language, the tone, is all those things are important. Okay. By the way, that reminds me about the energetic pie chart of a communication. If there's a pie chart, energy communication is it is said like a 7% of the communication is small part of a pie chart. It is the content, like what is said. Like suppose Salam Alaikum or hello, how are you? That is only the words. The communication part is 7%. Then this 7 or say 10%. Okay. Then the tone, the way it is said, that is another 15%, means 25%. I'm just giving some comparison sake. Then the body language, when it is said. So first is the words, then tone, and the body language will be another 25%. And rest 50% will be the energy behind it. The whole energy. When you see that energy, based on that actual communication, 50% people will be getting like influenced by that energy of that communication. So that is why in the maybe same thing, different people say their energetic impact will be different. So maybe who are very good communicators, their verbal and this communication will be very less. Most of them are energetic. Anyway, so what I'm basically saying, the energetic part of it, that 50%, which is energetic, those are picked up. Those picking up of that is that intuitive, that interpersonal intuition that is what is we are discussing right now. So you can pick up the energy. Okay, let me go a little deep of that. So why that it is energetic 50% and other words and the tone quality, etc., much less than that? The reason is that when energetic communication not only happen with our physical body, okay, we have pranamaya kosh, pranamaya kosh, manamaya kosh, the energy body, emotional body, and the knowledge body, all interacts during that particular phase. And that gives the maximum impact. So it matters those level, what are the things are getting communicated. So verbal things is not necessarily, it's predominating part of it. Those kind of energies are like that having maximum impact. So that makes a difference when, if you in the spiritual domain, when the say somebody, common people say the same thing and some master is saying the same thing, impact is completely different. They're not in the content, not the words, not the tone. Most of the masters, their tonal quality is not very good. They are not a singer or poetry or theatrics or something. They're expert into the verbal communication. It's not needed actually. Many masters are there. Their voice is broken. They hardly can say anything very beautifully. And also this body language of even that many masters, we have seen that it appeared to be very rude. Their gestures are very, very rude. But anyway, what I'm basically meaning to say, but why it appeals to people? It appeals to people because of that 50%, that energy. It does not matter the word, what they're saying and things like that. And the tonal quality, or it should not be, beautiful voice or, the charming personality. Nothing of that is needed. Yeah. So because it depends upon the energetic thing, you get it, because when you're all the being, get that thing, get that the message, and you can pick up, to be precise, you pick up the love energy of loving field, and that field affects. It does not matter what they're saying. In fact, more the loving content increases, the need for the verbal thing, need for actual worldly communication reduces. That is why, so non-verbal communication, that's still I give example of, Sharmila Tagore and, Pataudi, Mansur Ali Khan Pataudi, and Sharmila Tagore once giving some interview, and she was saying that we used to meet and sit down in a, park or maybe bench during their courtship, that when their affair was going on. They said we used to spend hours together sitting in a bench and nobody is talking anything. But we are simply being there and we are enjoying. There is no problem that nobody is talking. See, these kind of things are energetic communication. So more you go into the love field, then the verbal communication, etc., is not needed. You need not to impress each other with all of this thing. Energy speaks for itself. It speaks 50% of that communication. Anyway, we have diverted into another way, but let us come back to today's topic. Okay, I hope you understand the interpersonal intuition. And also it helps you to understand not only the dynamics in the social skills, in social dynamics, any kind of social event is happening, and to understand the purpose and what you are expected from you and what you are supposed to, that intuitively you will know that whatever I'm supposed to do here. Yeah. So those are the kind of things that are part of the interpersonal intuition. Okay. Next one is called systems or cognitive intuition. There's systems and cognitive intuition. This is actually characterized by instant knowing or mental clarity that emerges without conscious thought. It is beneficial for problem solving, decision making, and recognizing patterns. Mostly the patterns, yeah. So what happens is the people who are in a high, they are having high into this kind of intuition, which is which is the system or cognitive intuition, they can actually see the pattern much, much clearer than anybody else. They can see which kind of pattern is playing here. Like everything, what we can see and feel, we call it, there's a phrase called tip of the iceberg. So looking at the tip of the iceberg, they can feel that how much is the below water and what is the type of dynamics between them and what may happen. So these are called pattern recognition, which is not visible. So those kind of patterns, if you understand the pattern, those people, those are called system or cognitive intuition. They are very good at problem solving. And the decision making will be much, much better. So they are like you can say they are good leaders, because not everything, let me put it in the technical knowledge. Like, yes, the decision making are data driven. Okay, that's information technology about the data. So, but the truth is, you will not get all the data. At least every data cannot be presented in front of you at the time of each problem solving. So there will be something needed which is coming from within. You need to, looking at the data, you need to understand the overall pattern. Not only what data tells you. There are many, many things data cannot tell you. They can only hint you about something. That something is the pattern. So whoever has got the high level of cognitive intuition, or the intuition about the system, they can see the patterns into the system. Okay, so this coming from this system, that system can be a what is called cultural, that can be traditional system, or that can be a like a national thing. Those kind of systems they understand very well. When they understand these patterns, so some people are behaving that way, it's coming from a certain patterns. So it will help if you understand the pattern behind that things we are going to address. If you understand the pattern, then it will give you very good. It will advantage. You are in advantageous position for problem solving or decision making. Your decision, whatever you give, it will be much more acceptable. Because you understand the pattern. You will not give decision based on only the data. Okay, there are many things if you understand that, then and based on which you give the decision, that decision will be much more acceptable to your target audience and something like that. Maybe nobody will say anything. So then, how do you give something solution without? Suppose you are addressing a group of say 1,000 people. Maybe you are the say you are the owner of the company, and there are 1,000 people, and all of them definitely don't come and tell you about what they think about each and everything. But you will, if you have the ability to understand them, they are not saying it. They may be fearful. If they say something, they may be fired. But you understand the pattern, you understand the dynamics, you have the interpersonal intuition as always, so that whatever solution you are giving or whatever the direction you are giving, when they get accepted, to the masses, to those people, that means you have a very high level of system or cognitive intuition. You understand the system very well, even if all data is not presented to you. It's not possible to present 100% data. Okay. But what I'm saying is, not only depending on the data, you have certain abilities that makes you to give the problem, to solve it, truly solve it. Not some decision and you force your decision to everybody's throat that you have to accept because I am the boss. No, that you fail. What is the name? I think Powell, George Bush's some secretary. So he was talking about one one thing that if you are a leader, the quality of leadership is when you see that people are not approaching you for any solution, that means you understand that your leadership has failed. Because people think you are not what to approach because you cannot solve their problem. So that is also an issue. Leader does not mean I will say and you follow. Okay, that is the worst kind of leader. You have to be sensitive enough to understand what people are not saying, to pick up that. Those are the cognitive intuition. And that from that knowledge, this sort of conclusion is coming. Like, everybody says my door is open. Every boss says in the office, you can approach me anytime. I'm available on the time 24/7. You can call me anytime. Question is not about what you say, what you do, people are doing. If the people are truly approaching you when they are facing problem, if they do, then means they feel comfortable in approaching you and they think that you will be able to solve their problem. Okay. But if hardly anybody comes, only stupid will think everything is fine. Okay. They have a big blind spot if they say everything is fine. Every system will have something or other, and system is dynamic. It evolves. So if the people stop coming to you, one of the main reason may be they don't think it is worth presenting to you, or it is you are not been able to solve their problem. It's better to not to say it. Yeah, those cases will be the failure of the leadership quality. So how to overcome that? Overcome is from cognitive intuition, which can pick up the system knowledge and the patterns and also the feeling of other people through interpersonal intuition. And that can help you to give the proper problem solving and the decision making into this. Okay. So this is about the systems and cognitive intuition. Okay. Next come about creative intuition. Creative intuition, it is innovative knowledge, spontaneous flow of new ideas. Okay. See, creativity, if some people were high in the creative intuition, they are spontaneously comes out with new ideas. Not only new ideas, highly creative people like artists, or some performer, performing arts. So their creative intuition is very high. Some point of time, it's not possible to learn everything. Okay, means you cannot read everything. Like in the previous point, I said that you cannot have all the data, 100% data, no matter what you do. You cannot have 100% data. Okay, same here. Some area, some act. Suppose someone is like a performer. Not every kind of performance it can be taught. Whether you can go to acting school and you trained under a world famous actor and all those kind of some academy or graduated from there, and it does not matter. It as an actor, it makes the difference at a certain point, not all the time, certain point, certain act, something comes out from within you, which is not taught, and it cannot be taught also, but something is coming. Okay. This something, which is automatically coming, it is coming from your creative intuition. Intuitively, those things are coming and you're expressing about those things. Yeah. It can be because of, like I have given example, artistic things, or it can be painting, and it can be music. Certain times you are fully involved into that music and something comes out of the music, that effect it creates, it much more than somebody can learn by instrument how to play it and the gothic and which note is afterward, and it's nothing to do with that. Yeah, it's much beyond that. Those things are coming from this creative intuition. And this kind of thing without any structured planning, or it cannot be taught either. Okay, there is something you can say this is an X factor. Either somebody is having it or they don't have it. Learning and practice and this that go up to a certain level, but beyond that, it's coming from within, and that cannot be taught. Neither that can be planned, neither that can be conveyed, and things like that. That process, that X factor, is a creative intuition. It comes automatically at a particular, moment. It automatically comes out. Even after it happened, the person who is acting or who is painting or who is doing the music, he or she will also not know why it has happened, because you remember that in the beginning it's told this is bypassing the brain. It is not logically, you cannot conclude why it is coming. That X factor, that is why it's called X factor. It is beyond explanation. But this particular thing, it's coming out of some creative intelligence within you, and expression of that is creative intuition. Okay, and it is also it can be not only the performing art or painting and all those things. It can be also like day-to-day situation, like a common issue, and some people can give you, some out-of-the-box solution. People go out-of-the-box solution, and this has not tried before, but maybe that is that solution that worked, and others they didn't. Okay, those people who are high in the creative intuition, so they can give out-of-the-box solution to some issues. Basically, what I'm saying is the creative intuition, don't consider it is only the creative people or who are in the creative field, only they need this. No. Anybody, common. People, you can find out something which is out of the box solution to maybe a day-to-day issue, maybe a minor issue. But nobody is able to get into that kind of solution, but that person has, get some idea, and that idea worked. Okay, so these are called out-of-the-box solution. Nobody has did it before. It is not read anywhere, and nobody tried that before. The first time is coming, and it worked. Okay, Falena Parichayate. As long as it gives the results, that is well accepted, right? So those are called the out-of-the-box solution, and that is called the creative intuition. Okay. All right. So what is the next? Visionary. Visionary intuition. Visionary intuition is like it is like called the precognitive knowledge. Okay, precognitive means something has not happened yet, not visible yet, but they can see something which has not happened yet. So in other words, it is insight beyond normal sight. And this kind of precognition in our spiritual language, we call it is third eye activation. Okay, we'll talk about it a little later. So visionary intuition is like you are seeing something not present physically. It can be any situation, what is going to happen. You can intuitively feel that which direction. It has not happened. There's no information, data, or any visible evidences there, but you can feel that is going to happen. So those are called the visionary, that intuition, or this is visionary intuition means those persons having that ability, they are called, obviously they call visionaries. So they have that ability that, but they can see much, much beyond this thing. And they can foresee things, and those things are coming out of their wisdom. Yeah? So that is precognitive knowledge. They can feel that which direction it is going. Suppose which direction the world is going. They can see that. And this third eye, let me give a little bit about the third eye activation. This third eye can be activated, our spiritual thing, we have the Kriya, and the third eye, that sixth chakra. When this chakra get activated, then one can have that develop, you can say, that kind of visionary intuition things comes up. Yeah. So, and this third eye activation, we have our own Kriya practice, and also it can be done with certain level of activation by sound. We have the healing pipe or the bowl that can be played, and that can activate the third eye and this kind of things, the precognitive knowledge or the intuition that opens up by the thing. Okay, before I go into the third eye activation part of it, let me also tell you about some other practical thing about this visionary intuition. Visionary intuition, don't consider they always have to see the future. Okay, I'm just trying to explain. Visionary intuition does not mean they have to see the future only, they're the visionary. So then, what does it mean that if it is not future, then how visionary can see something, at present? Because if it is not a future, there is no question of seeing in the past because it already happened, anybody can see. That another thing that whoever has a high in the visionary intuition, they have a very high degree of sense of right timing. Okay, that's what I mean. Not necessarily visionary intuition are always have to see the future. No, they can find out the right timing. They exactly know. So when to say or do certain things, the timing is very appropriate in the present. Yeah? It's not about future. But they know the timing. Suppose in the business sense, suppose some business or marketing and all that kind of thing, whoever into that business, marketing and, this field, they know it very well. That right timing makes everything. Yeah. So supposed to know exactly when to launch a certain product, or exactly when to strike a deal, or when to accept the offer, when to reject an offer. There is a time, not all the time is same. Like suppose into things can change, situation can change, but they know exactly which time to strike which deal. Something like, say, suppose now it's a Middle East, it is not the right time to sign the oil delivery contract or shipment, right? Okay. I'm just saying, yeah. So not everything is, whatever data available, not everything is right all the time. It changes. These people who are the visionary, having the visionary intuition, they know exactly to deal with what. And they have something, you can say that they developed some ability called strategic patience. Yeah, because they know this is not the right time to, suppose you develop a certain product, but they know that this is not the right time to launch the product into the market. Nobody will buy. But situations are developing. One point of time, it is right time, and you are ready with the product, and then it will click. This knowledge, when to launch it, when to introduce it into the market, when to introduce it to the others, and which will be the very, very popular. Those are the visionary, intuitive people who have that ability to know about the right time. Only thing you need to give it at the right time and the right thing. Something is called the luck. Luck is your something carved like a readiness and the opportunity. When they meet together, then only they say that is your luck. You are ready, but in the situation something is coming. The opportunity has to come, and you are ready. Then only it will click. Suddenly some requirement come of certain expertise in the market, and you are ready. You are educated. You are experienced into that. Then only that will click. Otherwise, that expertise is make no sense. Yeah. Suppose, as for example, now you develop ability of like a film camera. Earlier days you have that the film, and we used to watch the film and negative, and from that you print into positive and all. If somebody has done huge expertise in the optical photographic camera, it will be no use, because that technology is gone. Nobody is using it. Somebody may be master, but there is no buyer. Now, digital photography has come, and every phone can take the photo. So who will go into those kind of camera and that kind of technology and things like that, right? That's what I'm saying, that everything has a time, and everything it comes at that moment, and they know exactly the right time for that particular things to come, and that become clicks, and is in the today social media things that goes viral. Okay, oh, that particular thing, but they know what to sell and what time. That knowledge is there. That is their expertise, and that's come from within. They intuitively know. It cannot be taught like that. Similar, somebody else trying to copy that copy may fail, but initial one that clicked. So that is the kind of thing is called like a visionary intuition. Okay. Next one is I think seventh, and the last one is called universal and spiritual intuition. So this is coming from it's called knowingness. So what is the knowingness? Knowingness is which is beyond knowledge. Means it cannot be taught, it cannot be transferred, it cannot be so-called expressed in any external way. It is that knowingness. So it is, you can say that knowingness is a knowledge beyond knowledge. Okay. Some knowledge comes from within. It's called knowingness. And this is called the universal or spiritual intuition. So these kind of things are operating from the higher purpose. Those people are high level of spiritual intuition. They align with the higher purpose, and they are like able to download the universal truth. What is the universal truth which doesn't change with the place, time, and all those things? Like there's no variable. Neither it depends from one person to another person. They always remain the same. So they able to download it at their will. So those people are having the universal spiritual intuition, and that kind of knowledge which is get downloaded directly. So that comes to their knowingness as a direct download. And this is basically, that is called knowingness, which is a directly downloaded knowledge, which is not processed by any via media, by somebody else, or even processed through your five senses, or even processed to your brain, like mind. It is bypassing the mind. It is coming directly, and if you're able to directly download the universal truth, there cannot be any knowledge which is not available in the universe. Yeah, everything, whatever you come to know, or in future you will coming to know, or anybody experienced it before, after, or after 1,000 years, all are available. Those are the part of the universal truth. Based on your ability, based on your own spiritual intuition, you will just have the ability to download them. So those kind of downloads you cannot download everything. It's not possible. Yeah. But only thing what you can do is you can go to a certain level where at your will you can download any kind of truth, any information. Yeah. This is not information actually. Truth is truth. It's not an information. Experience, you can say. Any kind of experience you can download. Experience of the truth you can download. That those things, those people are called, they are having the universal or spiritual intuition. So basically, this is nothing to do with the external world, external knowledge, or so-called knowledge itself. Yeah, no data. It is a feeling, intuitive feeling coming directly downloaded universal truth. Okay, Brahma Gyan. Okay. So, and for that, to people to have that kind of spiritual intuition, and everybody is having it, but to enhance it, one need to do certain things like cleanliness in all the levels, like have the ability to calm down the mind so that no inner chatter, no thoughts, emotionally very stable, no emotion, no bubbling emotions or flickering emotions, and then so no thought, no emotions, and spiritually completely aligned and fully operating into the truth that love and gratitude into their heart. That is important. Yeah, even though it is not a normal any kind of other knowledge, the heart part is not important, but here the heart is more important because it is a spiritual intuition. Now, this spiritual intuition and this also somehow involved into the visionary intuition, or your like a third eye activation is needed, and this as so far as the knowledge of chakra is concerned, that you can say the third eye, and spiritual you can say that it is a Sahasrara chakra with the connectedness and gives these things, and all these things start with the heart. Like it is called love and above vibrations. When you go get into these kind of intuitions, so it's all starts with your heart. And now, regarding, I was telling that I will talk about something about the third eye activation. But before that, let me say that this is all the intuitions, whatever we have discussed so far. If they are not coming from our own brain or our mind, from where they are coming? It's basically, it is say that all kind of, these are the kind of intuition, these are the kind of feeling, and they are coming from our heart. Our heart is more powerful than our brain. And as we know, when our vibration crossed 500, like PEVF, cellular vibrancy, then our heart chakra opens, and after that, whatever happens, they call love and above frequencies. This love and above frequencies, and those are responsible for all the intuitions we have discussed so far. Means if somebody's heart chakra is not open, they cannot get any kind of intuition. Little bit of feeling here and there, glimpses, but they cannot have the concrete, like not a glimpse, like clear picture will not be there. So that means that you need to go into, through your spiritual practices and all, you need to go into 500 plus, PEVF to get into any kind of intuition you may have, you can depend on those kind of intuitions. Yeah. That is a love and above vibration. And so in this matter, so there's a lot of research has been done about the power of heart. Yeah? Power of heart, it has been, it's a long topic. And the first thing the question came, if it is not brain, then what is controlling this, all this kind of, it is coming. I discussed about last 1 hour or so about all these issues. Definitely, those are coming from somewhere. No? Let us not go into the spiritual stuff, but when you know it, from where it is coming. So it is called knowing by heart. It comes as a feeling. There are a lot of research has been done. And then I will just give you one, like a research, maybe I will show you the web page also. It is called heartmath.com. Okay. So I will show you first that what is, let me share and show you what they are into. And then I can maybe able to, just I will show you what research has been done, scientific research, yeah, about the power of heart, our physical heart. Yeah. So let me share and show you what is there. Then accordingly, we will go into that. Where is the share screen? You can see my screen. Okay. So this is just for an example. So this is just for example that you can see my pointer. Yeah, okay, right. So this is about heartmath.com, the power of heart coherence. Yeah. Scientifically proven balanced nervous system and all those kind of stuff. Okay. So they have some kind of equipment and software, and they have given what is heart coherence. Science-based practice synchronizing your heart and brain. So they're talking about synchronizing your heart and brain. Okay, so now how can I help you? Let us skip all those things. So now like this, how to increase your heart coherence. So I'm just reading it. So Heart Math brings together 30 years of scientific research, proven techniques, and biofeedback technology into practical tools and training programs. The best place to start is with Heart Math, the registered sensor and app designed to help enhance coherence and live a more heart-centered life. See, it is heart-centered life. What they are saying, get the inner balance, coherence, plus download HeartMath app. Okay, let's go into Bruce Lipton, what he said about HeartMath excellent resource. There are many experts. They have commented on this. Paul J. Ross, Stephen Kotler. Anyway, they have Dr. Joe Dispenza. Many of the famous people, they have commented on this particular their research. So this, let me read a little bit of the heart, a major key to well-being. So all I'm talking here about what are the scientific research done on the heart. So what they say, bit by bit, heart sends signals throughout the body, influencing how we think, act, and feel. In 1995, the American Journal of Cardiology published a HeartMath Institute study that showed we have the power to shift our heart rhythms to send more positive signals throughout the body, balancing our nervous, hormonal, and immune system. Okay. Basically, they are saying that it is creating more harmony into our all the kind of system, nervous system, hormonal system, immune system, and they bring it to under some harmony by using the power of our heart. And the technique they are using called the heart coherence. Okay, when we achieve this balanced state or heart coherence, we release built up stress, uplift the vibration. See, they are talking the vibration of our emotional states and unlock higher brain function. So that's what they're, the study they found out. And then they, with their app, they measured somebody's heart rate variability if somebody is stressed, and heart rate variability when they are grateful. You remember we are talking about attitude of gratitude. So if somebody is living in the attitude of gratitude, their heart rate variability graph will be like this. And whoever is not, then it will be like this kind of irregular pattern. Heart math practice 5 minutes a day. So they are showing about what they have developed, that tool. Incoherence when out of sync. So what are the symptoms? They're overwhelmed, frustrated, anxious. And what coherence? That being they are in sync with the heart means they're composed, they're centered, they're uplifted. Then incoherence and coherence, they're again comparing these two. And what causes incoherence? Then it is emotional stress such as anger, anxiety, and frustration disrupt the body's natural balance, leading to incoherence. The state of dysregulates the nervous system, makes it harder to think clearly, manage emotions, and maintain overall well-being. And what leads to coherence? Heart-centered emotions such as appreciation, care, and compassion help and generate coherence. These positive emotions help to balance the nervous system and our well-being. Anyway, so heart is a source of wisdom. For thousands of years, humanity has known the heart is more than a physical organ. It is a powerful source of wisdom and inner guidance. So see, they are coming to the wisdom and inner guidance. This is a scientific research. So they are doing cardiology and all this. They are coming to this conclusion. Heart is a source of wisdom. Accessing heart's intelligence can help us to solve problems, create more balance in our lives, our communities, and the world. Heart coherence can connect us to something beyond the ordinary consciousness, revealing intuitive insights. See, intuition is there. Intuitive insight, lifting our emotions and offering inner guidance to navigate life more effectively. Disconnected from our heart, the anxious, lonely, hopeless, overwhelmed, mentally overloaded. And connected, this is a heart coherence, intuitive, confident, hopeful, ease and flow, like a go with the flow, and loving and caring. Anyway, so this is just an example. Let me stop sharing and coming back to our own thing. Okay, I stopped sharing. So can you see me back on your screen again? I stopped sharing. Okay, all right. Anyway, that I give an example that it is not that spiritual mumbo jumbo means that's what I showed you that. But whatever they have told here, we achieve that by our kriya, meditation and all. Only thing is spiritual journey starts love and above vibration, 500 plus. And we told hundreds of times. And those qualities, what they're saying that heart can give you, that we know by our spiritual practices, that is why our life changes. Yeah? We call it spiritual awakening and life transformation, whatever name you call it. Basically, you go for your full dependence on the external factors in your life to the fully control your inner control, and that's your spiritual living. That is a holistic living. Yeah. So this changes. Yeah. So okay. So this is about that. You understand that what is the power of heart, as I shows that scientific example. There are a lot of papers, and they have got resources. You can go to that website and you get that if you are interested to. Okay, now let us come to another point. What I said that I will come back again. That is about third eye activation. This third eye activation, of course, it is about our sixth chakra and all those kind of things. But physically, which body part or organ is involved for this intuitive ability, developing the intuitive ability? That particular thing called pineal gland. Okay, pineal gland is the center of our, I think below the hypothalamus. One center, the pineal gland is there, and that is when through the spiritual practices we activate that. When we activate that, then our intuitive ability, those things are increased. So we can do by spiritual practices, and also it can be done. It can be done by some kind of sound vibrations. I will give you some healing pipes, certain vibrations. I will give you that the values. If you play those things, pipes, suppose, yeah. So the hearts, pineal gland activation. That the particular vibration we need is 662 hertz. Okay. So if you play that pipe having 662 hertz, if you listen to that sound, regularly or daily, then it activates our pineal gland. Yeah. Then there is another one. So why most of us, particularly adults, their pineal glands are not very active. That's why it affects their intuitive ability. what happens is that there is a they call it calcification. There's a layer, scale forms on top of the pineal gland, and that does not allow to function it properly. In the children, those things are not formed. The pineal gland can freely operate. That's why the children are much more, intuitive, and it is say much more closer to the divine. More the time passes, that layer by layer it forms, and then it is called calcification of the pineal gland. So for adult, we need to decalcify those kind of those layers. To break those calcification, it's called decalcify the pineal gland, and for that there is another, you can say, the pipe or bowl or tuning fork, whatever sound it can generate. That vibration in 936 hertz, if we can listen regularly, that it decalcify the pineal gland. How do you make sure that it is not decalcification? Means calcification is not formed. Okay, so for that, the reason for calcification mostly is it comes from the fluoride. Okay, we take, and particularly many toothpaste, they have fluoride into it, and this fluoride, they goes and put a deposit around the pineal gland, and that's what it forms the calcification. Somebody wants to join, I think. Yeah. Okay. So that is the calcification. They form the calcification. So that means if we like to avoid having that kind of calcification around our pineal gland, then we have to use the toothpaste, which does not have fluoride, like a herbal toothpaste kind of thing. So that does not contain fluoride. And also you have to make sure that whatever intake, our fluoride intake is minimum through other foods and all those kind of things. In this, let me give you some other information as well. If you wanted to dominate a particular group of people, only thing you need to do it, the pineal gland, the calcification rate should be higher, and they can easily be subjugated. This technique, like I think Hitler used this, they used to go into their water sources, when the people drink the water, and they put their agent, they go and secretly they put some fluoride compounds into that particular water. When they drink the water, the calcification forms around the pineal gland, and they're very easy to control. Otherwise, if the pineal gland, this intuitive power is there, they're very difficult to subjugate, and by force they can put into the law, and things can be, it is very difficult. Because if a group of people, the pineal gland is calcified, like there is a coating form, they're very easy to subjugate. They have a power to resistance and revolt much, much less. Hitler is one, but this technique has been earlier also. Many king or things, they have done it, and particularly to the overcome that rebellion or this kind of things into certain part of their country, and they used it before. But anyway, so fluoride is one, and also that to keep the pineal gland active, it is also depend on our food habits. So food habits, so two things can activate or keep them activated, that the pineal gland. One is the green vegetables, and another is the sunlight. This sunlight, if we have the sun yoga, the meditation, our third eye, looking at the sun yoga, maybe next time when you meet for the camp, we'll practice that. Okay, you remind me. We'll make sure that our group will practice it. I will tell you how to do that. So if you that in the sun yoga also, there are ways you can activate the pineal gland. And basically also, if your food habit, you go into sattvic food. Green vegetable means high in prana, not green vegetable and frozen for 1 month. Like if you can get fresh vegetable, leafy green vegetables, then it will enhance the power of this pineal gland. And at the same time, you have to like it is easier said than done, but you have to avoid the junk food, So more the junk food is there, more the tendency that your pineal gland will reduce in acting, and things are not these things. And of course, the fluoride, you have to make sure that you are not taking much fluoride through the other products. And for like I'm talking of the physical, like if you take that the lime juice or lemon juice is good for the detox and cleans that. So if you are in habit of taking that just lime juice, no sugar in it, just the lime and with the water, and you take that, those as a good detox, and which can also clean that thing. And of course, taking organic food and sattvic food, these also helps. Okay, so this third eye activation, let me tell you about. So those when the basically, let me correlate these two things. I was talking about third eye activation, then I start discussing about the pineal gland. Because if the pineal gland is active, then it is said that your third eye is activated. Because the intuition, that wisdom things, and seeing things beyond what physical eyes can see, that you develop that kind of things. Okay, this another interesting thing is, when you decalcify it, you will be able to see things that which is normally not seen in the third eye. Yeah, that is when you clean the pineal gland, etc. That will be the initiation of your third eye activation, not the end of it. Okay, third eye activation is also a process. When it initially starts, means you will be able to feel something which is beyond the obvious, beyond what eyes can see. Then you are called intuitive, but not spiritual. Yeah, there is spiritual intuition. It may be cognitive, but not spiritual. Yeah. So when you start the intuition, then the symbol what is used about your third eye activation, like normal eye, you will see there is an eye here. That eye is horizontal, like same as your what is called your physical eyes. Another eye here. Okay. But when you go into the higher level of spiritual understanding, you get the spiritual intuition, you get the connection, and you get that ability to download the universal truth, etc. Then that you settle into, that intuitive knowledge or spiritual intuition. Then you can say the more it is your degree, higher the level you go there, then you have this third eye from your horizontal, symbolically. Horizontal from here, it goes slowly, it goes to the vertical. So that's why if you say all the deities and all, they are vertical. No? Third eye is vertical. But originally it starts with horizontal. That is why you started. But slowly from the activation, the decalcification of these things, then you develop your spiritual practices, and when you fully settle into that, the wisdom, the spiritual wisdom and the truth, then it is your third eye, the symbolically put vertical. I'm just saying that's what its meaning is. So there are many places you will see that the third eye, somewhere it is drawn that horizontal. So those are not fully, fully activated third eye and fully settled into the spiritual domain. That's what it means. All right, I think that's all I wanted to discuss. So let me quickly check if I miss anything or. Okay, now one I think topic I missed, that is about why we are not able to see why we don't able to, many people, they are not able to see that intuitive thing. And somebody wants to join, let me check. Okay, so now I missed that in the before, let me talk about it now, that why all of us, okay, The pineal gland is one part. Maybe it is calcified and decalcification has not happened. It takes a lot of spiritual practice to open it. But even though that many of us, we do spiritual practice, but still, we are not being able to sure about our intuitive abilities. What are the reasons that we miss that intuition or the intuitive ability and intuitive knowledge and things like that? So few of the points have been the common traps, we can say that these are the spiritual traps. From even though you have that intuitive ability, but you still miss it because of these things. I have some points written here. First point is high expectation. High expectation means for third eye activation, you imagine that when my third eye opens, I will have these things, certain expectation. Or we can some imagination. So there is some danger into that in spiritual path. And that is why when this kind of, you might have seen that we normally don't discuss about our spiritual experience openly. Most of you are encouraged to share with your own guru and take the guidance and to confirm it is really truly a spiritual experience or not. After you do few of the things, later on you will understand which is your true spiritual experience, which is not. Why? Because very often we fall into the trap of hallucination and mind construct. It is not truly the thing, it is a mind construct. Or you have some mind construct, when mentally you project, if my third eye is activated, I'll be able to see this, I will have this, and these things are your expectation. And then your expectation ruins the actual experience. Because you've never been there. So when you arrive there for the first time, you don't know whether it is or not, but your expectations say you will be able to say this. But your actual experience, it is intuitive experience, but that is not matching with your expectation. You think I don't have it. So even though you do have intuitive experiences, but you discard it because it did not match with your expectation or mental projection you thought about it earlier. Okay, that is one trap. Next one is about second guessing. Second guessing is what? Means you got some message. Okay. You got some message that suppose some message you got that you need to visit a certain place. Okay. But then you are saying, did I receive that? How can I go now? It is not possible to go. I have so many things to do, this work, that work. I have something coming and I plan to go there next year, not this year. Maybe that message has come intuitively for a certain reason, some higher purpose. But because of your second guessing, means now you are analyzing, and this analytical part is not intuitive. It is your brain. It is your thoughts which are interpreting them. And by second guessing, you ruin the original intuitive message because you started putting the logic behind it. Moment you put that in, the original thing has gone. Okay. You need not to understand that. You need not to be logically convinced that this is the right message for you. The moment you depend on your logic and your understanding of the reason behind it, you lost the intuition. You have to accept as it is. Okay. It is a quality in which you develop. Okay. So that's why the second point, why we miss, why we don't get that intuitive experience, because of second guessing. Next point is about misinterpretation. Okay. Maybe the message we got one, and but we interpreted it a different way. Okay. Suppose they are showing you some plants. Intuitive message may be that you take care of the plants. in your house or something, or some plant, they need your attention or something like that. But looking at the plant, you think maybe it is telling you to take more green vegetables. So you go to the market and brought more green leafy vegetables and eat them. That was not the message you got. You interpreted it wrongly. The plant, it does not mean that you have to eat all the leafy vegetable. That was not the message given. Message given: take care of the plants in your house, maybe in your garden or in the tub or something. But you missed it because you interpreted it a different way. Okay, so that is also quite common. The people misunderstand the message or misinterpret it. Yeah, and that's why the effect doesn't come. Next point is about forgetting to ask the second question. Okay, now see, obvious. What does that mean? When you see the plant, okay, you concluded that I have been asked to go to eat more vegetable, green leafy vegetable and all. That's your conclusion. Is it truly showing a plant means that? How do you know? The way you know is you confirm with another question. There is no restriction in asking and clarifying. Then you intuitively, you have to ask, is my understanding is correct? But please tell me why this I have been shown this plant. That is called, like asking clarification question. That is the second question. You can ask always. Don't assume that once it is given, it is like carved on the stone and you cannot ask about it. It's not allowed to ask or clarify anything. No. In fact, you should keep on asking until it is 100% clear. In the intuitive knowledge, there is nothing called vague. Either you get it or you didn't get it. If you didn't get it in the first time, ask for the second time, if necessary for the third time. You can keep asking until it is everything is clear. Like basically, I'm saying usko पीछे पड़ जाना है कि हमें उसको पता लगाना ही है कि क्यों है. Yeah, okay. But वो होना चाहिए, वो लगन में अगन होना चाहिए. You need to have the arts to know it. Don't somehow jump into the conclusion. Yeah, that is what I was told. No. Somebody came and blessed you. Oh, I got the blessings on Babaji. But why? Is there any message? But while blessing there is some message there. You missed it. पहले वो jump करते हुए कि blessing. You just be clear about the whole thing. There may be nothing, but be clear that there is nothing more. Yeah. So if required, ask second question, third question, get it completely. Yeah? No need to get excited about these things. Yeah. Just be calm, ask, clarify. Yeah. And then you are fully, everything is clear. That's it. Okay. So that is also, it is recommended that you ask, if not clear in the first instance, ask second question, third questions, no issues. Till you will get it. You will get the answer. There is no such thing that only one time and you missed it once you first time gone. It's nothing like that. Yeah. And the last point I have mentioned here is about the self-doubt. Yeah. Even if we get our intuitive message, we always have a self-doubt. Did I get it or not get it? Okay. So, and in the doubt you spoil. You remember that how ego controls us? 3 ways. It can create any fear. If I do this, something bad will happen. One way. Second was to create doubt. Is it so? Have I really get it? Or something like that. And third one is logically convincing us it is not worth doing. So, self-doubt and logically convincing I did not receive the clear message. These 2 parts are actually created by your own ego. Your ego does not want you to be getting information, bypassing it, because it controls by mind. It does not like that you are getting directly downloading something. So it will create certain thing, doubt in your mind. And you often come into the self-doubt and miss the thing altogether. So anyway, so if you get something, if it's not clear, it's okay. Initially, everybody learns through the practices. You ask your guide or guru, I got it. Is it truly my, intuitive or spiritual message or meditational experience, or it is my mind construct? After 5, 6, 10 times, you will understand which is truly the message or intuition and which is not. Okay, that is the way to deal with these things. All right. So with this, I will conclude our today's session, and let me save the attendance. And if you have any question, feel free to ask me. Just a minute. Let me save it. All right. Okay. Hari Om, go ahead.
Pranam, Guruji.
Pranam, pranam.
Guruji, just wanted you to repeat those 2 frequencies which we use. One was 963, 936.
Wait a minute. I'll tell you. Okay. Just note down. Huh? Okay. 662.
662.
Okay, it is the pineal gland. 662. 662. It is
Right,
pineal gland activation.
Right, Guruji.
And another one is 936.
936.
936 hertz. This is decalcification of pineal gland.
Okay, Guruji.
Okay. So these two, if you get that vibration and play it and regularly listen it, then it will be pineal gland activation can be done through the by sound healing, basically.
Now, Guruji, they say that even eating of garlic lead to calcification of the pineal gland. Is it correct?
I'm not sure. I have to check. Just check if there is any fluoride content is there or not there. But personally, I have not heard that garlic can create that. Okay.
Right, Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji.
Okay. God bless you. Taposhi is writing. How long is okay? Shukriya, I'll come back to you. Taposh, what is your question? Ask verbally.
Each frequency 662 and 9. You said 962. 9?
Just a moment. 936.
936 and 662.
662, that is for pineal gland activation, and 936, that is decalcification of pineal gland.
Okay. How long each frequency to be listened?
It should be about 10 minutes.
Each one of them?
Each, yeah. In the sitting, like you are sitting and playing that, maybe it is the healing pipes are there, or maybe the bowl is there. Pipes are more,
it can come from the mobile also, no? Mobile also generates the same frequencies.
You can, but that is not the first preference.
Okay.
Because what happens is the harmonics are all disconnected. Yeah. So your effect will be 20% if you see it electronically. Listen that.
Correct. It suppresses the harmonics. Okay.
Yeah, the 20% effect will be there. But if you have the actual live pipe or bowl or tuning fork, actual physically you are into that field, then you will receive 100%.
But any tuning fork, does it produce that? Because tuning forks, all tuning forks will produce these frequencies?
No. Each tuning fork has a mark. No? Tuning fork is designed at a particular frequency.
For a particular frequency.
So you have to order for this particular frequency tuning fork.
Okay.
Okay. So in this case, you can do that, and bring in, you can hold it near your heart or near your third eye, so that you will get that vibration. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I have one question. That means
I'll come back to you. I think Supriya has, because your question you have written for the duration, because it's Hariom's question that you just, I'll come back to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Supriya.
Yeah, sorry, Pranam Auntie. So my question was on the messages from the masters or the other realms. So I had there are some Shirdi Sai temples where in front of Baba there is a bowl in which there are messages. And I have 2 or 3 times I have taken a message, and somehow those messages are seemed most appropriate for me, and I have been able to get tremendous benefit by following whatever was written in the message. I just wanted to understand this process a little bit.
Okay. See, what you are saying, that you got some message from external source, right? Whatever. It may be Shirdi Sai Baba's temple, but it is external from you, right?
Right.
Yeah. So those are not intuitive messages. But divine can send you message in a different ways. You may be asking about some question and you see, you open up it's a TV show and some character is telling about that. Or you opened a storybook and exactly what you are looking for, that is written there.
Yeah.
Okay. Or there may be some kind of thing called angelic messages, some numbers and all appearing and all, but these are all external way of communication from the divine source. But what I'm saying is, these are the divine messages for sure. Okay. These are reaching to you, but these are not intuitive message. Intuition means it is come from within.
Correct.
Not from any other source. You can, only thing what I said is you can confirm from your guide or guru. Only that part is external, confirmation, but not origination. I'm not saying you ask your guru will give you the intention. No. The moment the guru gives something, your intuition part has gone. Okay. You can receive some kind of universal knowledge from somebody, some master, but that is not your intuition. Okay. The characteristics of intuitive message is it should come from within, not coming from any external source whatsoever. Okay.
Okay.
But they are spiritual messages. The divine can give you multiple ways. It can give us messages. Yeah, that's no doubt about it. So these are divine messages, but not intuition. That's what I'm saying.
Sure. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
God bless you. Yes, Taposh, what your next question?
Yeah. So actually, I was understanding that the whispers, what we get within ourselves and all. So I was earlier slightly confused with the inner voice whispers. Is that the intuition? Is it the intuition?
Yeah. Those are your intuition.
Okay, all from within.
Yes. Whether you can get a whisper, whether you can have a feeling, whether you get a nudge, whether you get a gut feeling, whether you get a knock, whatever it is. As long as it is coming from within you. Those are all the intuition. So that can express in about different ways. Yes.
And then when we say that the soul also guides you time to time, but as you just now said, soul is external to the physical body. So does soul influences the intuition also here?
Oh yes, it is coming from soul only.
Okay, the channel is the intuition. Okay.
Channel, we see soul connects within you.
Yeah.
Soul is a very big stuff, but the connection is there. It will send you message through that connection.
Okay.
Okay, so if anything is coming from soul, if it is coming from within your being,
Yeah.
okay, then it is intuition.
Okay. It's slightly difficult to differentiate between the inputs coming from mind, logic, backed up, and the intuition.
Correct. And that's why you need to consult with your guru.
Okay.
So that you differentiate that.
Yeah.
Most of them will be coming from mind and few from intuition. Okay, that is fact.
Okay.
Because our mind is imaginative and illusion may come very frequently.
Yeah.
So that is why it is important to get this thing confirmed from your own guru, one-to-one, no public discussion.
Yeah.
So, because public discussion means if somebody says something, another person will hallucinate more and give more thing, and it goes into completely different way. So you always one-to-one privately, you ask your guru. After few times, you yourself will understand this nature of messages or things are your intuitive. Those are your rest of the things are your mind construct. You will also understand that.
That's a very good guidance coming from within. I mean, that's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But the only thing is, while placement to your own guide, or just tell the truth, exactly what you heard. Okay. Don't try to make it look better. That's what I'm saying. Then you lost it completely.
Correct.
That will be double jeopardy. So whatever you heard, just clear it all. I heard this. Is it a spiritual, anything to do with a spiritual, message, or it is something my mind construct? That's all. That is a simple question you will ask.
Okay.
And your guru will tell yes, it is, or no, it is not. That's all.
Because
no need to go research. No need.
On a particular subject, these are the two channels which will work on a particular topic or subject which goes within normal. Okay, and there will be the challenge to differentiate. Okay.
Initially, but after all, you will understand which is that and which is not. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Rajat. Thank you.
God bless you. Yeah, Venkatesh.
Thank you. In order to differentiate the thoughts or the messages what we get in our brain, we should first of all vibrate very high. Suppose if we are not vibrating very high, and suppose if we get a negative message, so we have to construe that this message is coming from the mind and not an intuition. Because sometimes people have got a tendency to think very negatively about everything in their life.
Okay. Now, let me put it in this way. No matter whether it is a positive or negative, because spiritual dimension, there is no duality. There is nothing called negative. Okay. Yes. Suppose the message is coming that I will die after, say, 3 months. Suppose.
Yeah. In this war, suppose.
It is a negative. Spiritual thing, it doesn't matter. It's the truth, maybe. Okay. So what I'm saying is, don't interpret it. You need to share with your guru exactly what you received.
Okay.
Initially few times, then only you will come to know. Okay. I shared many things with Guruji Prem Nirmalji. Okay. Then I learned that, these are the true messages and these are not. I didn't differentiate. I will only share the positive and only hide the negative, because negatives are definitely coming from my mind. Nothing like that. That's what I'm telling you. Even negative things can come as an intuitive message. Because negative to us, in the higher level, there is no such thing called negative.
Okay. It is only a message after all.
It's just a message. Just a message, just an experience. That's all.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Achha, another, just continuing, somebody had told, this tarot card also is an external message. It has got nothing to do.
The tarot cards are not your intuitive message.
Not intuitive.
But the angelic dimension or the entities and all, they can pass on some message to third cards.
Okay. They also
but let me tell you another thing. This type of methods, it also heavily depends on who is interpreting it.
Yeah.
Okay, so tarot card reader means tarot card itself there is a way to convey messages from other dimensions. It's true.
Yeah.
But it also depends who is interpreting it. Same tarot card, maybe two different reader interpret in a different way.
Yes.
So there also their skill and their ability to understand the message is important. That's what I was giving another example. You see a plant and you think you have been asked to eat the vegetable. That may not be. That's one. It's just an interpretation. No? Message is same. So tarot card is same, but two different people, two different reader will interpret it different way. So those are who experienced and those who are truly devoted and all, they can interpret it accurately. Yeah. So it is not about the tarot card, but it is about who is interpreting it. Same with the astrology. Okay. Two astrologer can, tell about your future differently because their interpretations are different.
Interpretation, understanding. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. God bless you. All right. So if there is no other question, so we'll conclude our session with the Shanti part. Sarvesham swastirbhavatu. Sarvesham shantirbhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Om sarve bhavantu sukhino. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschit dukkha bhave. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om